Yo, sir, the man is in the building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Walked to the store, got ranked up, told him now. Next door, it was 88, 89, the same. In the car, looked at the dash, time on the clock. Got in the lab, hospital, that's the cup. You can keep your man, you can have your back to mine. I'm the one. Straight to the money. It's like you don't know it. What you gotta ill is to do something. You gonna take care of your children. Friends are men in the field. Really, you know the feeling. The energy from the enemy. Coming out of me. Reality. Apology. Policy. Fulfilling the prophecy. The odyssey. I'm hollering. They looking and listening. Still don't acknowledge me. I don't need acknowledgement. I don't need all colleges. I make way like a rephrase. I don't need no apology. I'm the one.
That's why I thought that song was playing. I thought we was gonna go into the interview, and I was gonna just run that track again.
Is it what is it record? It's recorded.
It's been recorded. That's what I'm saying. I was waiting on you. I had turned on my lab and everything, thinking that's what time it was.
What's up, big boy?
Hey, what's going on?
Boy, DJ shot on in the building, man. I'm just laughing.
I see.
Alright, man. It's your boy DJ Young Shadow checking in. Welcome to Sayless Do More TV. I'm with my co-host right now.
Yo.
My co-host.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
That's you.
I had time my life.
Shantae in the building.
Yes.
So we got my boy Sherman Demand in the building one time.
Hold on. Hey, man. What up? I need you to run the camera, Joe.
Huh?
Run the camera.
I'm not running no camera.
All you do is tap it on whoever's
Oh,
talking.
up on that?
Yeah. You ain't got to be in there. You can go in the next room.
Alright, so I gotta do what? Hold on.
Let me show you. Real quick tutorial. Real quick. Let me show you. So when I'm talking, tap me. Boom. See, that's
I'll send
what
it
they
too.
say.
Y'all have me on the radio.
Tap. Spread his fingers, that zoom out. That zoom in.
We're gonna get you out here, man.
Tap. That move.
I need to be like Stevie J.
Just that.
Yeah. Wait till y'all know
How long
I'm
will it
love and hip hop come
How long
out.
it take? What's me?
How long is it about to be?
Feel me? Everybody know what it was. The love and hip hop came out.
True
Hey,
that
I
though.
talk too much.
I ain't
I
gonna
ain't going crazy though. Ain't going crazy. I never looked at it that way. Cause you're right.
That's how.
Cause everybody did their homework, and then once they did their homework, it was just like now he in everybody's mouth.
There you go.
There you
You
go.
want to plug it up, bro?
Right.
Yeah, it'll be good if you did. You ain't gotta have a dope either.
So we gonna go. gonna interview first and then go into the song? How you wanna do it?
It don't even matter. Let's ride. We got my nigga Sherman, the man in the building.
In the building. Let's go.
Alright, checking in right now. It's your boy DJ Young Shadow, Core DJs, Energy Kings representing right now, Block Business DJs all day, man. We got a special guest in the building. His name is Sherm in the man. I got my co-host in the building also with me right now.
Yo, it's your girl Shantae Renee.
Yes, and we are here for the business, man. We turning up with my mans right now. Sherm, what's good?
Everything.
Yes.
And when I say everything, I'm on some little hurt. Everything. Everything is all good, man. You know, life is good for me right now.
Okay, so what you got working now right now? I see you got some projects that's you in the building. You got something coming up?
Man, I got a grown man music mix. It's like this. The music game is geared towards the shorties. The shorties running the game. Everybody is giving their music towards the shorties. But really, if you think about it, the population, 14 to 25 is only like 26% of the population. But 25 and up is 41%. You know what I'm saying? Who making music for the 41%?
You're right there.
You feel me? So I'm making music for that 41% that graduated from the young music, because I'm not knocking it, because art is art, and it's fun to turn up to that music sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But it's time for some grown man music, some graduated from that music, so we don't have to listen to 90s music, like, you feel me? Like when we get tired of that, let me throw on something from the 90s. Why we can't throw on nothing from now? You feel me?
You're right.
Besides Jay-Z, or every year and a half we get a special release from somebody great from back then, but what's up with the everyday, you know what I'm saying, run of the mill, let's do it, grown man music.
And I feel you, especially with, you know, the content of a lot of today's music. It's nice to have something to relate to for our age bracket. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I totally appreciate that. And yes, we do need artists like you and more artists like you. And I say push for it. It's going to set you away from everybody else that's out there, because everybody's trying to do the same thing.
Right.
And somebody got to take care of us. We a whole market.
Right. It's
And that percentage you gave us was strong.
And it's crazy because I've been traveling. I do a lot of traveling. I've been blessed to be able to travel a lot and present my music in front of different audiences. You know, walk into a room full of strangers and walk out with at least a half a room full of fans, if not a whole room. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, and what I'm trying to do is trying to bring pride to being old in our community. Like, not old, but older. Like, it's like the older you get, the less cool it is. You know what I'm saying? In our community, it's like, because I don't know if it's because a lot of people die so young that we don't really value, and we should value, you know what I'm saying, age more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm bringing pride to the age, to the maturity. Like, you know, I'm established. You feel me? I got my own everything. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to do whatever I want to do, I can just go do it because I'm a grown ass man, and that's what I want to do. And it should be a pride in that. It shouldn't be shame. We shouldn't have older guys, like anybody 28 and up dressing in them little tight pants, man. And like, it shouldn't happen. And you sagging with your drawers showing, and you over, I want to say 25, but you know what I'm saying? But it's just, I don't know. It's just like every other, like seats, country music is thriving.
Yeah.
Even though everybody else took a hit. But country music is thriving. Why? Because older people don't steal music. They don't even know how to download music. We just learning Pandora, most of the older. You know what I'm saying? So when everything went digital and all the sales went down, and the reason why, because that demographic of the fans was the ones that was stealing the music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they got the recipe, and in our genre, for some reason, it's like, unless you've been in the game since you've been a shorty, you ain't got a chance if you're older. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Big facts.
Yeah. I was doing some research, and I seen that you're very connected to I would have to say, company that's going to be close to Sayless on TV because of DJ Young Shadow as well. And that was the Cord DJs. Is that correct? I think I've seen some things when you were performing at a Cord DJ event.
Man, look, let me say this before you even say something, Joe. I'm really rocking with the Cord DJs, Joe. Like, I love like the Cord DJs. I learned about a little retreat that they was having down in Phoenix. That's why I shot my video at too. And I'm like, you know what? It was a certain fee or whatever to go down there and participate in everything and to perform. And it's like, I've been going around the country performing my music in front of artists.
Yeah.
I got an opportunity to go perform my music in front of a room full of DJs. DJs are the veins of the music. Like, if you can pump your music through the veins, then it's going to get wherever it needs to go. This is a room full of people who have their own audience all over the world. Not all over the country, the world. So it was like, okay, I got the opportunity to perform in front of the Cord DJs. This is huge. You know what I'm saying? It was my birthday weekend down in Phoenix, Arizona. Man, it was so much fun. And the response and the love that I got from these guys, man, and I continue to get.
Wow.
And it was so dope, like, cause you know what I'm saying. A lot of them are up there in age, like in the age demographic that I was saying, the 41%. So I got this song. You know what I'm saying. I'm leading into the song. I got this song called Beard Gang. You know what I'm saying. And it's like I got gray hairs in my beard. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my gray hairs in my beard. I lost two brothers. I lost two brothers. I lost one brother when I was 18, my twin brother. And then I lost another brother in 2014. He was 23. So I'm proud of these gray hairs. There's so many other than the brothers I lost, there's so many other brothers I lost on the streets that didn't get a chance to even grow one. So each gray hair that grow in, I see it as a blessing. And as a lesson that I learned in life that I can turn around and teach whoever. So it's like when people see me, the last thing they see is an artist. You know what I'm saying? So this was an icebreaker. It was the point that they look at me, damn, what does this do with this big beard on the stage? So when I get on the stage, I got this song that I use to break the ice. It's called Beard Gang. And go ahead and play. You can play it right now, DJ.
Yeah, already. Man, it's your boy Cord DJ Young Shadow. Checking in with my boy Sean right now. We got a record I want you to check out. Beer Gang, representing one time. Let's get it.
It's brotherhood. Like my song is big gang. I said big gang. Big gang. Big gang. Proud of my salt and pepper big. Salt and pepper big. Proud of my salt and pepper big. I still got it back. Baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby. I still got it back. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby. I still got salt and pepper big. Wonder do y'all know the reason it's salt and pepper's here? The reason is I got the seasoning. I've been through the storm, I break through the thunder and walk through the rain. Lost some brothers along the way. Happy wake up every day.
Man, that's that boy time on time. Let's go. Yeah, right now we're trying, man. That's out because
It's in my pocket. Yeah. Jeez.
welcome to the Life for Apple. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Apple in the building. You know, you got
Oh, you trying to treat now? Okay, all right.
The system, man. She didn't know it was a play button at the top of the system. My bad. But that was dope. Well, that was a dope record right there. Beer Gang by my man Sherman, the man. One time, man. Shout out to Core DJs in the building.
Yes,
one time.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lefty, the producer, for making that track for me too.
Yeah,
shout out.
Lefty, man. Well,
Yeah.
So any other producers that you really rock with, that you interested, you know?
Yeah. I'm like super exclusive with my producers for the most part. Dollar Breezy, he a dope producer, up and coming. Coming up out in the
Shout
city.
out Dollar.
Y'all gonna hear from him real soon. Cicero on the beat, 808 Mafia Cicero. Down in Atlanta. I'm rocking with him real heavy. He got like maybe 3 or 4 joints on my project. Lefty got about 3 or 4 joints on my project. Breeze got 2 or 3 joints on my project. Direct from Triple Darkness, he got a joint on my project. So yeah, it's like I'm real exclusive with my DJs because it's like I like to feel what I'm doing, and a lot of times I come up with the song and the melody based on how I feel before I even hear the beat. So I need a producer who's gonna be able to match that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I can go to these guys and be like, you know what, I need this, and boom, there you go.
Yeah.
So it was one day I was like, you know what, Lefty, man, I want to do that salt and pepper joint, but I just want to change the salt and pepper beat. I need you to recreate the track for me. Boom, he did it. So you know what I'm saying?
That's dope. So, like, you got any inspirations, you know, for you know, when you came up in the game, you know, any DJs or, I mean, yeah, DJs, it could be some artists that really inspired you up on the come up or thinking about making music?
Well, I tell this to everybody. This is a story I tell everybody. The first albums that I ever owned was Bad. They both was named Bad, and they came out on the same day. One was LL Cool J and one was Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, LL was the introduction to hip hop. That was the first time I ever heard rapping on an album. You know what I'm saying? Mike was Mike. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I think back, like LL Cool J introduced me to hip hop. And then once I got deep into it, like,
Absolutely.
back then, like, you had to have heart to say you a rapper. Like, you had to really have courage to say you're a rapper, because somebody gonna put you on point and say, go ahead and spit. Mm-hmm. And if you couldn't, they gonna tell you right then and there, hey, cut that out. Right, you know what I'm saying? But now, everybody a rapper.
Because they made it so easy and accessible.
So easy, man. Like, everybody rapping now. And it ain't knocking nobody. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you feel, if that's your passion, but if you're doing it just to get rich, man, get out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's too many people who really feel it, who really feel in the art form, who really feel it as a way to express themselves. But if you're doing it just to get rich, just get out the way.
Yeah, move around one time, man. We love it, your ambition, man. We've been checking your music out for a while. I was introduced to you once I came in the building. You know, I heard the music. I seen that you working. You got stuff going for yourself. You putting in work and effort into your craft, man. That's really important as an artist. You know what I mean? So you gotta stay consistent. You know, anything that you want to speak on, you know, like as far as to the younger generations, from your knowledge and your wisdom that you've been through, like anything you want to speak to the young brothers that's listening to you that don't have a voice or a platform, say something.
The number one thing, and I think it's cliche, but it's true. Just be yourself. Be true to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it ain't what's cool right now. Yeah. Even if it ain't what's cool, be you. Like, because you can be the best you can be. But you can't be a better him than he can be.
Right.
Even if that's a bad him, you can't be a better him than him. So concentrate on being the best you can be. And the best art comes from the heart. And if you ain't feeling it, then why you doing it? You know what I'm saying? And if you're an artist, you know what I'm talking about. If you not, then you don't.
So now, do you do your own production, or do you work with a lot of other producers throughout the city of Chicago?
I used to produce myself.
Okay.
But it was like a box. My music was in a box, and I listened back to it, and I hear the growth in me, and I see the growth came from me opening up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Opening up my art to be able to collaborate with other artists in order to create even more dope art. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can get inspiration from others, more inspiration from others than you can just by drawing up on yourself all the time. So it's been years since I even produced anything. I just basically collaborate with other artists, other producers, and I go wherever the track takes me. I think it's easier for me to do that. It's easier for me to come up with ideas if I just go where the art takes me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And as far as production, do you see a way for, like right now, as far as like producers in Chicago, is the network broadly out there? Like, do you have an assortment of options, or do you have to resort to kind of like the same few producers? Do you feel like there's a network for you as an artist in Chicago to where you can reach out to any producer anywhere throughout Chicago and its surrounding area and be able to find that kind of content? Was that something that you would like to see change? What's your take on that?
Well, I've been owning the studio since I was 18. I'm 38 right now. So for the last 20 years, I've been a part of the music game. And so coming across producers never really been hard for me because I own the studio. So it's like they come through, they want to use the studio. Like, it's always been a bartering thing for the most part. And if you hear somebody dope, it ain't like, it's not hard to get in contact with nobody in this city. Like,
absolutely.
It's like, it's not hard to get in contact with anybody from this city. Especially if you're talking business, and not just wanting a favor.
Yeah.
Nobody want to pick up a favor phone call, but if you own business and you talking business,
everybody,
it ain't hard to get in contact with nobody.
I agree. Okay. All right. I feel it all the way.
What's cracking, man? I'm really ready to get into this music one time, man. Sean, we got some new records I got sitting in front of me right now. That's pretty hot, bro. So, what did you like? What was the concept behind the record with your daughter on 11/11? You know what I'm saying?
All right, can we play it first?
Oh, I mean, we can definitely play it first. Let me give you the right intro.
I can break it down with how it really came about. You know what I'm saying?
Now, introducing 11/11 Sherm featuring Angela Demand. Let's get it.
Yo, Sherm and Demand is in the building.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Walk to the store, cat, wake up, don't kid now. Next door, it was 88, 89, the same. In the car, looked at the dash, time on the clock. Cat in the lab, this road, let's go. You can keep your man, you can have your back to mine. I'm the one. Straight to the money. It's like you don't know it. What you gotta eat. Really, you know the ability. Energy on the enemy. Coming out of me. Reality. A part of me. Prodigy. Fulfilling the prophecy. The oddity. I'm hollering. They looking and listening. Still acknowledging. I don't need to acknowledge me. I don't need y'all apologies. I make way like a replay. I don't need no apologies. I'm the one. Wait, what time? 11. No fear. I'm right here. I'm about to 7-11.
Daddy, I know my brother. It's something that I don't want with. It's something that I don't want with.
What we do, we gonna need next. If we get in the public, so tell them to get up. Tell them to stop. Wanna get left and leave the step.
We up. What we doing?
Up to the top, girl. We don't need too much to stop, girl. So let them go to the top, girl. You wanna be, you to be top, girl. 11. Whatever be the one, be the one, be the one, be the one. 11.
Gotta give it my all. Get up when I fall. It's just in a loss. If I wanna ball, it chance them all. It be my boss. I know what it's called.
I'm the one. 11.
Now y'all know that's my favorite number, right? 11. And that's with Sherm and the man. Thank you for coming to Sayless Do More TV, powered by WalaRadio. We really appreciate that.
Having me as part of the turn up. It's always turned up.
Partake in a turn up or two.
Man, so alright, the story behind that song, like, right? It's literally, I explained in the beginning, I walked in the store, got rang up, the total came out, 11. Next store I went in, it was 88.89. The change I got was 11. I went and got in the car, I looked at the dash, and what time was it?
11. Confirmation.
I gotta make a song called 11. So I was on my way to Miami and I stopped at Cicero because he's down in Atlanta. And we sat in my car, hooked up the Aux Cord with a laptop and made the beat. You know what I'm saying? He's like, what you want? I was like, I got a song. 11. I just want to do a song called 11. So he's like, he made the beat and I wrote the song. And everybody like, dang, you know what that word, that number mean? Like, nah, I wrote this song, you know what I'm saying? Like, the song's already done and everything. And then the song said, I'm the one. They're like, you know what? If you see that number and you say, if you say something 4 times, it's really confirming it to the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even if you in a negative, you by the universe based on numerology, and I never knew that. And then even though I had did the song, I'm one. And all these times I'm seeing 11. It was like confirmation that I'm in tune with the universe.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like ever since then I've been paying attention to the universe, and it's like, man, I'm not saying I'm gonna get there at 8:57. You know what I'm saying? I get there, I look, it's 8:57. You know what I'm saying? No matter if I leave 20 minutes early, it's a traffic jam that's gonna make it 8:57 when I get there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've been getting a bunch of confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Through being in tune with the universe, and I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. Like, I let go of the whole Christianity thing. That was probably the hardest thing I ever had to do, but it was a part of me being a man and seeking out the truth for myself and not relying on other people. Spiritual, and for that to happen like that in that whole little realm of things, that was like, man, that's something that I need to focus on. So my daughter was like, man, I want to be on that song. Like, we did a song before called Hang Out, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. So I wrote her a part, and she got on the song. And it turned out, it's actually one of my favorite songs.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's amazing that you did a record with your daughter. You know, that's some support also, man, that you show, and you know.
I shot a couple of my videos. Like, I teach her everything, like studio, video. Just this week, we painted the apartment. We getting the apartment ready to be moved in. You know what I'm saying? I got her painting. I got her cutting in, showing her how to put tile down. So whoever she runs into, he gonna have to know his. That's so much. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, whatever she wanna do in this other season from now, like she just started playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? I never pressured it on her. It's something I did when I was younger, but it's nothing I pressured on her. But she made the team. Now that I see she's serious about it, okay, now we can work on it and I can push her a little bit because I know it's something you want to be serious about. But I just present her with all the tools and give her all the options so she can do whatever she want to do when she grow up. No pressure from me, just do whatever you want to do. But I want to make it easy for her.
Man, I like that, Sharon. Like it's a lot about people that, you know, that you get to know over time. A lot of the actual area. So what do you think they feel like it's a need? Even take that flight to New York and to take that risk, you know.
Devil's advocate. Let me play the devil's advocate,
Okay.
right? You and Force will have more compassion for us than our own police department. You know what I'm saying? Because they would think twice before they pull that trigger because they know if they did, it would be an international situation. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little bit more riding on that bullet than the police officer that's hidden behind that blue wall. You know what I'm saying? Than the person that's been on the force 20 years and cool with everybody above him and everybody gonna brush it under the rug for 18 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think twice before you pull the trigger if you somewhere else. Because we'll send it up. It's easy to send it up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't from here, we can send it up. So devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and you know what? I could appreciate it. The only thing is, I feel like we're giving up our own rights by allowing a foreign entity by it coming in. Because the way I see it is, like in their policies, we don't matter. Like we're just an entity.
So in the CPD policy, we
don't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So that's what I mean. So
I was just trying to draw parallels. Like.
No, I feel you know. So if on a local level we don't matter, imagine what it's like on a national level. Like we don't matter. Like we're just like dirt. We're like dirt. We're like dirt.
You gotta understand that. A, that's not gonna happen. And B, if it did, they would be walking on eggshells. Like,
and that's true.
Eggshells, like.
But I feel like they'll do it. I feel like they'll try it. They will try us if they come. Now, I think it's in our best interest to just make sure that they don't. Like we need to try everything in our best power. To me, I don't know. I just can't see them being nice. Like what would be nice? Like just think about a situation where let's say they come in. That's gonna be their way of, in my opinion, that's gonna be their way of infiltrating martial law. So they're gonna be like, okay, 8 o'clock, everybody gotta be in the house at 8 o'clock unless you got a job and you got written information from your boss to say you could be out after 8 o'clock. Imagine the craziness that's gonna come from that, and then the UN is gonna be their organization. The UN is gonna be their organization. Huh?
What they gonna do that?
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring it to Chicago first. And that's what I'm hoping. I'm with you. I hope that they don't take it there, but they trying. Yeah, it sounds like too much, right? It sounds like a lot.
It's just an idea
but
somebody had with enough power to get it out of the press. It's not gonna happen.
True. Now, the only odd thing I can say is that the same day I found in Brewing, Illinois, I won't say exactly the location that we was on our way to, but as we get there, it's like 15 police cars on the front end. So first thing, because we, boom, we finna bust down this right, this left, go down this street real quick to get back to the highway. It's not worth it. It's just too much going on over there. We turn down the street. It's another 25 police cars, like surrounding this whole entire neighborhood. It was like literally to control the traffic of us in their neighborhood. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life, but I feel like this is like, it's gonna get worse. Like, you bring them in here, that's gonna be that times 100 compared. Like, it was awkward for me. I don't never want to go back to that venue again.
Man, what if the feds and all that is already here? They just gave you a
They are here.
That's what I'm saying.
They are.
So why?
The feds there. FBI got officer.
That's what I'm saying. So why say we gonna bring the feds?
Because that's your president, and that's what he do.
But they already had. You know what I'm saying?
That's your president. And that's what he do.
So it's just like they gonna pop stuff up on people like, oh, did I mention we already had the vehicles here, parts 8, 12. You know what I'm saying? Months ago.
Nowadays, they don't even need the feds. All you need is Facebook, Fedbook.
Tell me about it. That's what
everybody on there telling on themselves, man. Look, that thing that they had the other day where they took down 40 people across the country. Across the city, including a CP, a Chicago teacher, selling drugs, guns, and a private group on Facebook. Facebook wouldn't give them access to the group. One of the administrators accepted them. For guns, drugs, everything. And everybody thought they was getting away with it in these Facebook groups, man. Y'all gotta stop putting y'all business on social media, man. I don't understand this younger generation, man. Like, I don't understand it, bro.
What's going on, man? So we gonna bring this record in right now. Let's get right.
Man, I cannot lie. I've been a player for a while. Feeling deep inside.
I'm trying to figure out.
I need a lady in my life. Really in my life. A lady in my life right now.
That made me say, once I start posting on that.
Out of the road, let me get lonely. Night after night, it's out of control every night I'm alone. They like, dude, you pay, you give me late, this is your choice. I say, fly on the money I got, so who can I trust? It's not about who I can thrust. I need somebody to talk to, who understands, holding a man and house on the walk through. It don't have to be said, but we in the bed, you know what we gon' do. While I'm handling biz, you handle the kids, they wish they could clone you. At least all of my bros do. Make a copy and own you. They could, they make a song too. But they can't, so they play this. This is the top of their playlist. Where you at, shorty? Everybody looking for you. Come on, I'll play you out. I give you the book for you. Man, I cannot lie. Play it for the I need a lady in my life. Really in my life. I need a lady in my life right now. Right now. I got a new favorite day of the week. Which one? It's the first one. Okay. I haven't been so fond of a woman since I birthed her. Okay. Open her son. Shorty the one that ultimate respect for her. I wanna marry shit. Give her my kids, don't out to check her. Be a provider, a protector. Be the head of my household. Something he said about those. Deadbeat parents be like those. Surrounded in G's, nachos, no meat, let's hold the beat. Cause it's only good vibes when I'm inside and she grabbing the sheets. This ain't he lied to me, claiming that they would ride for me. When times got hard, they got out of Dodge and left me to die with me. Shorty the anchor of family, beautiful straight out of fantasy. She out there, somewhere, Shorty just got it. I need a lady in my life, a pretty lady in my life.
that record go crazy. I seen you had some visuals for that, man. What's up with those visuals?
Yeah, it was actually supposed to drop today, but there's some visual difficulties, I guess, going on right here. But pretty sure, I mean, as soon as I'm able to, I will drop the visuals for that. I actually put the trailer up last week, and it's at like damn near 12,000 views. Almost at like 4,000, but on Facebook it's almost at like 12.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I commented on that. Yeah.
I just want to put it out and see what it do. Like, it's like when I first went on the tour, it was like I hit New York and then I hit Miami. You know what I'm saying? And I called it I Got Money Now too, because that was the single that I was pushing at the time. It was called I Got Money Now. But when I went on that tour, I needed a perfect song to get people's attention and grab the crowd, and that's where Beer Gang was born. Like on that tour, Beer Gang took over the whole tour. But it was like I was real leery about Beer Gang because it's kind of like a Weird Al Yankovic kind of situation. Like I want to be a serious artist from the jump. Like I want to be known for something serious before I'll fall back and be, you know what I'm saying? We had that in the repertoire too. So when I wrote this song right here, it was like this the one. You know what I'm saying? I finally found my sound. You know what I'm saying? I feel real good about it. The visuals, it's dope. The visuals gonna match the sound, and it's exactly what I'm looking for. It's that grown man sound. You know what I'm saying? I need a lady. You know what I'm saying? I need a lady in my life. A pretty lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no thought. I don't want no buster. I don't want no eater. You know what I'm saying? I want a lady. You feel me? When the last time you heard a song where they call a woman a lady?
Thank you. And we appreciate you. Trust me.
Yeah,
we women out there appreciate that.
But in order for us to get more lady songs, we have to share the lady songs that we get, so people know that's what's popping. Because really, a lot of what's going on is what's popping. And if we make that what's popping, then
there you go.
we'll have more songs like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of
we
times
create those trends. Exactly.
But a lot of times people scared to go outside of what's going on to try to do that. They rather just, I can do this, what everybody else doing the best, instead of just being themselves. And that's really how I felt at the time when I wrote that.
Absolutely. Now, is there any changes that you would want to see in the Chicago music scene that you haven't seen throughout the years thus far, that you feel like that would bring us more current, you know, with what's happening?
We just need to galvanize. You know what I'm saying? It's like we need to understand that there are playlists, not just one song. Like,
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can all make a playlist.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can all support each other, share each other music. Like in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? They doing it the right way. If they got beef, it's beef. But when they in the studio, they all in the same building. They walk past, they hear something, they jump on it. You know what I'm saying? We'll worry about the paperwork later. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to get that. We need that camaraderie here. You know what I'm saying? We in a segregated city, man. Like that's embedded in our nature. You know what I'm saying? Like you see how earlier we was on our West Side versus South Side thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just happened.
Right, online.
It's
they got
conditioned.
groups like that. We condition like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for us to galvanize and come together, but it's possible.
Yeah, it's all self-accountability.
But that's
like,
only inside the city, though. If you run into anybody from Chicago, outside of Chicago, y'all instantly click. Y'all instantly buddies. It's almost like our nature. Like when it's a whole bunch of black people around, like we skeptical, but you get 3 black people in a room full of white people, look, we already know we on the same team. You know what I'm saying? It's like that when you go outside of the city. And that's why I said, you know what, let's go back to what you said earlier. When you said, is there anything I want to tell these youngins that's coming up in this game? Get out here. Travel. Put your music and your art and your craft in front of others who don't know you. Yeah. Like it's cool if you can bring 30 people to the club with you and turn the club up, but them all your people. You know what I'm saying? It's cool if you can go into a room and don't nobody know you and turn the crowd up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be nice when you walk in there and do your thing and don't nobody say nothing. But you gotta understand, if they not saying nothing, they paying attention. As long as they ain't in their phones or talking to each other. Now, when it's loud in there and you performing, that means you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But if you performing and it's quiet, that's dope. That means they paying attention. You got their attention. They don't know your music to sing along with you, so what you expect from them? You know what I'm saying? So you got to know what to expect from the crowd. And I think being on the road, being out there, man, and getting these different shows in different cities, man, instead of paying to open up in your own city for these people, man, I done did it all. I know. And I feel like if I'm going to pay some money, I'm going to get a vacation along with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I did the Core DJ conference, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I took advantage. I had a whole vacation. I shot a whole video. I met a whole lot of DJs. Like, I could have did that performing in front of artists after artists around the city. I did that for years, for a couple of years. And it's like, okay, people know who I am. But these ain't the people who gonna get me where I need to go. You know what I'm saying? So if I ain't you a DJ, get cool with a DJ.
Please.
Yes.
They started this.
Man, make a DJ. If y'all got a young
They
dude, man.
started this, Joe. DJs started hip hop. Like, y'all, this like, and it's like the reason why it's gotten so out of hand is because the same way it's so easy for people to call themselves a rapper, it's so easy for somebody to call themselves a DJ. They just throw the name in front of their name. And nowadays, you ain't got to learn how to mix. You ain't got to learn how to fade. You just got to learn how to put up a mixtape.
Or have a lot of followers.
You know what I'm saying? Get a lot of followers and put up a mixtape. Now all of a sudden you're a DJ.
Yeah.
And then they charging money instead of pushing the art. You trying to pad your pockets. And next thing you know, you just got a lot of, man. But like I said, man, the DJs are the veins of this music.
Yeah, those who have the
talent. They push the music to where it needs to go, man. So if you know 10 DJs, that's 1,000 people. Easy.
Oh.
You feel me?
There you
So
go.
that's 1,000 people easy. So when I'm performing at the Core DJ retreat, I'm not performing in front of 112 DJs. I'm in a packed arena with like 10, 20,000 people because they got range.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about those numbers at the end of the day.
It ain't about these promoters, man, because nowadays they using artists to pay artists. They using opening acts to pay the main act. They're not making their money at the door. They know ain't nobody coming out to see 40 other opening acts before the main act come on stage. You know, so they watering down the shows. It's just crazy, man. Like, this money is controlling things instead of the art. But that's the way it goes.
Money and clout. That's a little bit of clout.
And they still ain't figured out a way to turn that clout into money.
Yeah. Or they trying now. Now, as long as you got some following, they willing to put all these big companies willing to put all they love and they trust into you to see what you gonna do. That bad girl Barbie, what's that girl right there name? Bad Barbie. I think we talked about her last time. Like, to me, she, has no real talent, but because she got the clout, Atlantic and all these other major record labels is willing to say, hey, baby girl, we got $1 million sign on for you. And I'm like, how in the fuck?
It's all about, that's where the money is, man. That's all about streaming. It's not about physical sales.
Yeah.
So they figure she already got people's attention with the money yet already. Then
Let's turn this.
Tap into that instead of trying to build somebody else to her stature with talent.
And I'm all, you know what, on the business side of the situation, I'm all for it. But then on the same side, on the flip side of the coin, I see where consumers come from. It's just like, really, this is the best y'all got from us? But then from the corporation side, hey, she got 5 million followers. Why would we not put our money? It would only make sense revenue-wise and business-wise for me to invest in this person. So, I get it. It's like a catch-22. Damn if you don't, damn if you do. So, it's great.
Man, shout out my homeboy since we talk about DJs. Rest in peace, my big brother, man. DJ Timbuktu. I went to his tribute, man, the other day. Shout out Swank PI for everything, doing
yes,
my thing.
Yes. Thank you.
I definitely enjoyed myself. I'll say that the last man, my homie DJ Scratch was in the building. Man, Jay Jilla was DJing. It was just something that was for me personally that I needed to see at this point in my career, man, as an up and coming DJ, you know what I'm saying? So it's just definitely something that was great to see, and to see that they show so much love. You know, they brought doctors in and talked to the community. They had dude, that shit is
dope shoot
that's
too, by the way.
amazing, man. Chicago is making real steps, and we have made a lot of steps in the music industry. You know, from him breaking artists and putting Chance to rap on his show and different things like that. Like those things are something that lasts forever. The impact that he put on the history of the city alone, with music, with hip hop, with house, with everything. You know, we really appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
So, man.
Straight up, it was amazing to see how many people showed up in the name of Timbuktu. I mean, like literally the entire place was packed, all there for one cause. In the midst of celebration. They had DJ spins from all over. It wasn't just DJ shit from Chicago. I mean, from every place that you can think of that had the same kind of feel as your favorite DJ right here from the Chi. So I can't wait till next year. You know, I really do appreciate that opportunity.
It ain't gonna get nothing but better and bigger.
I can't wait till I rock that.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they let me rock it.
It's gonna end up being a festival. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna get bigger and bigger, man. It's just, the man is a icon. It's like a legend. Like he a legend. It's like he's like the DJ Elvis of Chicago, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like he pretty much got long living legendary status. Timbuktu gonna forever live in Chicago.
Yep. That's where it's at.
I really appreciate you, Sharon, coming out, rocking with us today, man, kicking it with us, spending some knowledge, giving us, you know, some insight of more who you are as a person and as an artist. So that's mostly important, bro. So we do thank you for coming and rocking with us, man. Can I tell you got some things you want to say to bro?
As usual, we want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Without you guys, there will be, Sayless Do More TV being powered by WalaRadio, as well as WalaRadio. So all of those sponsors out there who are looking to be added to the roster for opportunity to promote your service or product, you should reach us at walaonair@gmail.com and put in the subject box Pete. Put Pete's name there, so that way he knows that this is for sponsorship and not just for music submission. All right. And also, artists, if you're tuning in right now, make sure you submit that music to walaonair@gmail.com, as well as your bio and music to Styles Media. That's Styles with a Z, Media, ENT@gmail.com. And while I'm thinking about emails and handlers, let me get our handlers from our guest artists. Where can everybody find you so we can...
It's real easy, right? My name is Sherman Demand. ShermanDemand.com.
Now spell it out for people that don't know how to spell it, because I know they gonna be putting that I in. Okay. I already know that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. You're right.
SHERM, the letter N, DEMAND. Sherm in Demand.
And that's on all sites, right? Facebook, Instagram, website.
If you go to my website, it has all my social media.
I like your website too. I seen it last night. It was pretty nice.
I appreciate it.
That's what's up.
It has all my social media, like everything me is there.
Right. And then, but if
Instagram,
music publisher was looking to find you,
_demand, Facebook, Sherm in Demand.
Same thing.
Twitter,
right?
Sherm,
that's what I was trying to get. Yeah.
_demand.
The reason why I like to fixate on that is because right now I notice that's the way people like to pick and find people. They find them on Instagram, they find them on Facebook and Twitter. So I like to make sure every artist be able to give each name for those different sites, because it could be different. Like especially for me, mine is different on each of those platforms. So just to specify, because everybody gonna put in Sherm in Demand, and the way you just spelled it the first time, and then they only find that one thing. But we want to make sure they find all of your info. All of your work. So on every platform. So that's what's up. I appreciate it. ShermInDemand.com. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. That's where y'all gonna find that's where his EPK, right? That's your EPK. Everything your music, bio, everything is right. One-stop shop. All right. So if you're a music label exec, music publisher, whatever your position is, and you're interested in any artists that come through Say Let's Do More TV, you know where to find them. Right now we got Sherm in demand in the building. And now
Alright. My video drop today or tomorrow.
And we was hoping for today.
He's pretty reliable. He said he was at Apple Care today because his crashed today. I don't know, man.
Well, we're in the middle of a retrograde, so it's possible.
It is what it is.
Mercury retrogrades. Mercury retrogrades. Can you say you're spiritual instead of looking to it?
Yeah.
I know. I believe you. You using numbers. Everybody don't talk numerology, so I do though. Yeah. So, any more questions, Shadow? You all have nothing else for us today?
Everybody have a great holiday. Merry Christmas, man. Make sure y'all tune into our next show next Saturday. We got some special guests coming in. We're going to keep it doing big each and every Saturday on Say Let's Do More TV. Shouts out via WalaRadio.com. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all follow us. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all repost on whatever social media networks y'all rocking with, man. Make sure y'all rock with us. Energy Kings in the building. Core DJs one time. Let's get it. Block business.
Alrighty, so we're going to get on out of here, and I appreciate y'all. Like Shadow said, make sure you subscribe to all of our social media. I am your girl, Shantae Renee, and this is Say Less to More TV, being powered by WalaRadio. We appreciate y'all. Hey.
Oh,
WalaRadio.
Oh. Man, I hit that blown time. I was over there looking like,
I know. I am finna take it out right now. See y'all.
I don't care that. Alright. I know that girl looking like damn.
I ain't worried about her. I got invited to a lingerie party that's Friday at 7.
Oh, I need somebody like that. I ain't even ready to go to that all
I tried to hide behind my eyes.